Alex sat at his desk, ready to start his project. He had a deadline coming up, and today was the day he was finally going to tackle it. But then, his phone lit up. Just a quick check, he thought. One notification led to another, and suddenly, scrolling through social media became the most interesting thing in the world. An hour passed. Then 2, his project still untouched. Sound familiar? We've all been there, stuck in the cycle of procrastination, knowing we should be doing something but somehow not doing it. But here's the thing. Procrastination isn't about being lazy. It's about how our brain tricks us into avoiding discomfort. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to stop procrastinating now and start getting things done with 5 practical, battle-tested strategies. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear action plan to finally take control of your time, crush your tasks, and feel productive instead of guilty. Let's go! The biggest problem with procrastination? Getting started. The longer you wait, the harder it feels. That's where the 2-minute rule from getting things done comes in. The rule is simple. If something takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. And if a task is bigger, break it down until the first step takes less than 2 minutes. For example, Alex dreaded writing his report, but instead of saying, "I have to finish my report," he told himself, "I'm just going to open my laptop and write the title." That's it. And guess what? Once he started, momentum kicked in, and before he knew it, he was halfway done. If you feel overwhelmed by the mess in your house, then you can start by washing just 1 plate or folding 1 shirt, just for 2 minutes. Once you start, that small win often leads to bigger progress. If you feel stuck or intimidated by your math homework, then you can simply open your notebook and solve the first problem you see, just for 2 minutes. It removes the pressure and gets your brain moving. If you don't feel like going to the gym, then you can just put on your workout clothes and commit to doing 2 minutes of light stretching or stepping outside for a short walk. Once you're dressed and moving, it's easier to keep going. Next time you feel resistance, don't think about the whole task. Just take 1 small step, set a 2-minute timer and get moving. The key is to lower the activation energy. But what if you still feel stuck? That's where our next tip comes in. One of the hardest parts of getting things done is shifting from a state of inaction to action. To make that transition easier, create a starting ritual, a simple routine that signals your brain, it's time to focus. Let's go back to Alex. His starting ritual could be making a cup of coffee, putting on noise-canceling headphones, and setting up his workspace. This simple routine became his cue to stop overthinking and start working. When you repeat the same ritual before working, your brain starts associating it with deep focus, making it easier to overcome the resistance of starting. Try it today. Choose a simple action that you can use as your personal on-switch for productivity. Okay, so now we've got momentum, but what if distractions keep pulling you back? Let's tackle that next. We live in a world full of distractions, notifications, emails, endless Instagram reels. To beat procrastination, you need to lock yourself into focused work. One way to do this is by creating a distraction-free zone. Let us go back to Alex again. He struggled with his phone, constantly pulling him away from work, so he put his phone in another room while working. That one small change skyrocketed his focus. Here's what you can do. Put your phone, Nintendo Switch, and any potential distracting devices in another room. Set a timer for 25 to 30 minutes of focus deeply engrossed in the work, then take a 5-minute break, then repeat the cycle again. By the way, if you're finding these tips helpful, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more actionable productivity hacks. Now that we've tackled distractions, what about motivation? That's where our next tip comes in. Our brains are wired for rewards. If you always associate work with stress, you'll naturally avoid it. But if you attach rewards to getting things done, you'll start looking forward to working. Alex used this trick to finish his reports. He told himself, "Once I complete this section, I get a cup of my favorite coffee." That simple reward made a huge difference. Just the other day, I rewarded myself with a cup of hot tea while looking at the scenery outside my office window after a deep work session. And guess what? Refreshing ideas that improved my work suddenly pop out. That pause and mental reset made all the difference. You could plan something fun or something you enjoy doing after deep work sessions. It could be playing your favorite game, eat your favorite desserts, or as simple as enjoy your favorite bubble tea. Make productivity enjoyable, and your brain will stop fighting it. Now let's talk about an even bigger problem: overthinking. If you overanalyze before starting, you'll never get things done. Here's how to fix that. One reason people procrastinate is that they aim for perfection before they even start. But perfection is the enemy of progress. Instead of focusing on making your work flawless, aim for good enough. Alex used to struggle with starting his presentations because he wanted every slide to be perfect from the get-go. So he changed his approach, his new rule. Create a rough draft first, then improve it later. Once he stopped overthinking, he finished tasks much faster. Here's what you can do. When you just started, the first 10 to 15 minutes, allow yourself to create a messy first version. Give yourself permission to improve things later. Remember, start doing is better than perfect. Getting started is half the battle. If you let go of perfection, you'll build momentum and finish tasks much more easily. Procrastination isn't just about time management. A lot of times, it's about what we believe about ourselves. And here's the truth. A belief is just a thought you've told yourself so many times that it feels like a fact. But here's the secret. It's not. That's why, in the next video, we're diving into how to break free from limiting beliefs. If you've ever felt like you're holding yourself back, this is the video you need to watch next. Click here to continue your journey towards success. Let's stop procrastinating and start creating the life we want. See you in the next one.